living organisms like human beings, animals, or plants have different characteristics. Now, these characteristics are determined by specific regions in the chromatin fibers known as genes. So, different genes determine or give different characteristics. Now, genes are small sequences of DNA which is a double coiled structure. And in turn, these genes are made up of repetitive units known as nucleotides. See, these are the nucleotides. Now, are chromatin fibers and DNA the same thing? Well, just like you store food and grains in boxes to provide protection against moisture and insects, similarly, the DNA is covered by proteins which provides protection to the DNA. So, chromatin fiber is DNA together with its corresponding RNA and proteins which provide protection to the DNA. Now, after cell division, the new cell again enters into the interphase when the chromosomes stretch to become chromatin fibers. Why? This is because chromatin fibers are stretched so that proteins can come and help in DNA duplication. Now, chromatin fibers are made of DNA. So, DNA duplication also means chromatin fiber duplication. Well, proteins help in coiling so that the DNA or the chromatin fibers get protection against cytoplasmic molecules during cell division. Now, in the prophase of the M phase, chromatin fibers condense and coil further to form a ribbon-like structure which is known as chromosome. See? Now, during cell division, the chromatin fibers further coil and condense to form this thick structure known as the chromosome. The chromosome has two identical strands known as chromatids. See, this one is identical to this strand. So they are known as chromatids, and two chromatids are attached or joined at a junction known as the centromere. It is at this centromere that the spindle fibers given out by centrosomes pull the two strands or the two identical chromatids towards the opposite poles during metaphase. Now, skin cells are formed throughout the lifetime, but the skin color remains constant throughout. How does it happen? How does the new skin cells that are formed know what color it has to be? Let us see. One cell divides to form two cell divides to form four, but all the genetic constituents and the organelles remain constant in all the successive generations of cells. So, now imagine this situation arise. See, these are skin cells. Now suppose this chromosome has the gene for skin pigment, whereas there are no genes for skin pigment in those chromosomes. So during cell division, this cell will have the pigment for skin, whereas that cell will not have the pigment for skin, and will lead to a patchy skin, which generally does not happen. So what happens? How does the skin color remain constant? Well, first, the chromosomes are duplicated. Then there is equal division of chromosomes. There are two identical chromatids. Now, each has a gene for skin color. One chromatid, which forms a new chromosome for skin color, goes to each of the daughter cells. Hence, both the daughter cells have the pigment for the skin color. Now, millions of cells die per minute, even during sleeping. So, those cells need to be replaced so that the cell number remains constant. So, mitotic division helps in replacement of cells. It also helps in growth by increasing the number of cells in the body over time. And it also helps in repair of worn out or lost cells.